Hi everyone, welcome to Lafon Rochet. We're in the Saint-Estèphe appellation today, and we've been welcomed by Mathilde. Mathilde, thank you for having us today. So a pleasure to be here. Beautiful setting, beautiful chateau. So thanks for having us.
You're welcome.
So we're going to be tasting the 2016 today, but
yes.
Before we start, can you tell us a little bit about the history? Yeah, please.
Yeah, with pleasure. So I'm Mathilde, in charge of the visit at Lafon Rochet. So Lafon Rochet, it's a family estate. It's owned by the family Tesseron since 1960. And so originally they come from Cognac. So they also have a Cognac business. And in the 60s they wanted to invest in the wine industry. So they bought this winery first. And they also owned the Château Lafon in Pauillac in 1975. But since 2000, it's two different businesses. So they are brothers. Michel Tesseron, he narrated Lafon Rochet, and his brother, the Château of Lafon he owned. And so today we are on the third generation of the family, because it's Basile Tesseron, our general director, since 2007. So we used to see both of them every day, because Michel Tesseron lives in the chateau. It's his house. So the yellow house, the yellow chateau, and Basile, we used to see him every day because we have to manage all the business and make decision with him. And so the name of the winery, Lafon Rochet. So Lafon, it was the first family owner, and so they just came on the place of Rocher, and so they gave their family name to the estate, and it became like that. Lafon Rochet.
When was that? What period was that?
It was at the end of the 17th century.
Wow.
So a long time ago.
Yeah, sure.
And there were many different owners between 19 and 1960. So I cannot explain you all the history and the different owners, but it's a very old winery, and it's a Grand Cru classé from the 1855 classification.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And I imagine we're on some pretty incredible soils here, because I can just see Lafite Rothschild is 2 kilometers from here, if that.
It's one of our neighbors. So here we are on the appellation of Saint-Estèphe, but Lafite Rothschild is in Pauillac. So we are right on the border of the two appellations. We also have Cos d'Estournel. Over there, I think you pass by to come here. Yes. So we are well surrounded, and we are lucky also to have a very good terroir, a very good soil to plant vines. And in fact, we have two types of soils. So Bordeaux is very known for left bank, right bank. On the left bank, we have mainly gravel stones, and on the right bank, we have clay and limestones. But if you go northern in the Medoc, you find the two types of soils. So here, in fact, we are on the layer of both, and we have 50% of the vineyard composed with gravel, stone soil, and sand. So this came from the river. It's a natural soil. And we have the other half of the vineyard composed with clay soil and limestones. The limestones here, it's the mother rock of Saint-Estèphe appellation.
Cool. So should we do a bit of a taste?
Yeah, we start tasting.
So 2016, how was this year?
16 was an amazing vintage in Bordeaux. It was very hot during the summer. So in fact, the season started not very well because it was raining a lot. Like this year, we had a lot of rain, and I don't know if you saw it on your road, But between Lafite Rothschild and Lafon Rochet, there is we are on the level of the water, and it's very swampy down there.
Yeah, I know this is.
And so 2 weeks ago, when it was raining a lot, everything was underwater.
Wow.
So yeah, it can be a big problem in this area of Bordeaux sometimes when it's raining a lot at one moment. And so 2016 started like that. But then the flowering season was a little bit later, but it took time. And then when we started the summer, end of June, it was just very hot and dry. So the dryness started to be a problem as well for the vines, because they just miss water and nutriments. But as we have old vines in the vineyard, so the average age of the vineyard is like 35 years old. They are more
robust.
Robust. They are more robust, and so they can survive under difficult conditions. So dryness or wetness.
Okay, well, let's do my favourite part and taste the wine.
Yeah. So 16 is composed with 57% Cabernet Sauvignon, 35% Merlot, 5% Petit Verdot, and 3% Cabernet Franc. So this is the 4 grapes varieties that we have planted in the vineyard, and that we try to blend every year in the Château Lafon Rochet, so the first label, and we have also Les Pèlerins de Lafon Rochet, the second label.
Yeah, because I smell a lot of earth, but still a lot of good red fruit come through as well.
Yeah, 16 is still a young vintage for us, so we have like this type of smell that has developed with the time, but 2016 is not very old for a Saint-Estèphe and a Lafon Rochet wine.
Yeah, well, good long finish.
Yeah, the finish is very long, and it's very spicy. Also, the Petit Verdot.
Petit Verdot.
Even if we have only 5% in the blend, it brings some spiciness and some pepper taste. So that's a value for a good value for the wine, and the finish is very long, very intense, and you have the taste of red fruits and black fruits, and you salivate a lot as well. And here, as we are very close to the ocean, sometimes the ocean can bring some sea things, the iode that you have in seafood, the salty taste that you have, and sometimes you can find it in the wine, and you salivate a lot.
Tastes like a wine that's going to age for a long time.
Yeah.
Lots of body.
Yeah,
it's quite robust.
Full body. Yeah. We usually advise for the Lafon Rochet wine to wait at least 5 to 10 years before opening a bottle. Les Pèlerins de Lafon Rochet, the second label, it's a wine for pleasure. It's easy to drink, even if it's young. Château Lafon Rochet, if you well decant it, it can be drinkable as of now, but sometimes that's better to be patient and to find a balance between the tannins, the fruitness, and.
Okay, so what you're saying is, this has to go in the cellar, everyone, if you can. But like you say, if you do open it now, then just try and decanter it. And I'm sure with a good, healthy steak, good strong steak.
Yeah. For example, a good steak with a pepper sauce. That's very good pairing with spicy food. It's good pairing. But the meat and also cheese. Some cheese are very good our wine.
Cool. Yeah.
Our wines keep their freshness in the time, so that's why they can be aged for 30 years without problem if you have a good cellar. But it's wines for long storage.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you very much for
You're
that.
welcome. Thank you for
We're going to
coming.
take a little bit of a tour now, so hopefully enjoy the footage we're going to do. Sun has finally come out,
Yeah, we are lucky.
and it's starting to warm up a little bit, but like you say, there's still a little bit of wind around here. There's no wind around Bordeaux, but yum. Thank you.